So now we have Taylor Love.
Taylor Love.
Taylor Love.
Welcome.
And I don't know Taylor that well. My experience, it's funny because I was at some of the guys I work with, their kids are in gymnastics and cheer, and some are in sports and baseball. And one time we were sitting there talking, and my youngest had just been playing t-ball a little bit. It's probably about a year and a half ago. And my employee who has his kid in gymnastics and cheer is like, oh man, I take my kid to gymnastics and cheer, but I don't watch her. I walk across the little way and I watch them do baseball drills. I'm like, what are you talking about baseball drills? He's like, oh yeah, there's this program going on, and man, these kids are all organized. They're in stations, and these machines are just spitting the balls out. And he's like, I grew up playing baseball, and I just can't wait for my son to be able to play baseball, but I can't watch cheer. I want to go watch the baseball players. And so I'm like, so then a couple of months pass, and I want to get my youngest into some more training, and so I'm like, hey, what were you talking about that day? He's like, yeah, dude, you got to look at AcroSport. So then that's when I looked up Taylor, and so anyways, I've been taking my son there, so it's fun stuff. It's pretty intense. It's pretty awesome.
So this is like a standalone baseball training facility.
Hey,
come on in.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
gotta speak into your microphone. So it's half of the building is gymnastics, the other half is baseball. So it's just a turf field, and I've been renting the space out since 2017. I finished playing at Tech in 2016, had a couple years of independent ball in St. Louis for I think 16, 17, and 18 maybe. But in the meantime, I was selling these machines called Fungo Man. They were invented here in Shreveport. Some of the event, Denny Duran and Rami Kujin. So I was selling machines with them. It's an automated practice machine. You get 200 balls in the hopper. You have an iPad, and you create a routine of where you want the ball to go. So it's pretty cool.
It's like a pitching machine on steroids.
It literally looks like
it's crazy.
A jugs machine with like two tires and like on a shopping cart. I mean,
You're controlling velocity, speed, spin. Can you check spin?
Change it. Yeah, make some top spin balls.
So like if you're,
and it's for basically ground balls.
It's for everything. Honestly, a lot of people use it for hitting too. It's got like lights on it. It'll like an orange light will go, a white light will go, and then the ball shoots. So it's crazy. I mean, it's,
how much does a new machine cost?
Like $17,000 now.
Yeah, okay. Let's get two.
Yeah. Well, so now I use 3 at once in a class. One of them's like just shooting tag balls to third base, and the other 2 are shooting 2 balls each. I make up a spot, third base, and then like a 5-6 hole, and then short and second. And then you can just do kind of whatever you want to do. So usually there's about 1,800 balls an hour. So each kid's getting, a couple hundred balls, depending on how many guys we got in the class in an hour. So it's crazy.
It's intense. And then and then, the different time slots, they speed it up. So it's great.
I'd love to see this. It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So where's the facility?
It's at AcroSports.
So he just purchased a building. So that's why we've been waiting to have him on, because he was under contract to buy a new building.
Oh.
Yeah. So I've been in Acro the last 8 years. They've been awesome, helped me get it rolling. But honestly, we just kind of ran out of room. We need bigger space. So I bought the old indoor tennis courts, if you know where that is, right behind Piermont Oaks. In Spring Lake, it's honestly like a half a mile from where I'm at now. So we closed September 2nd, and it's been a project. Mm-hmm. But actually nets and turf started. They came yesterday or 2 days ago, started. So they should be done in about 2 or 3 weeks with the 2 sides. So it's a 48,000 square foot building. We'll have 3 fields, 12 cages, some bullpens, a gym. It's going to be sweet.
Wow. So will you just kind of like, how will the model work? I mean, obviously you'll have your training you're doing now. Will you let other trainers rent space from you to do their stuff there? Will you memberships just kind of?
Yeah. So the biggest kind of 3 main focuses at first. 1, keep baseball exactly the same. Just transfer over all the people that are coming, which that will be fine. Like, that'll be good. That will work. then I hired softball coaches to do and bought softball Fungo Man machines. So it's the exact same machine, except it's for softballs, obviously. And so I bought those machines, hired a couple softball coaches to start the softball program, which we have a handful, probably 40 or 50 girls that come, but they just use the baseballs. So we'll get a little jump start with them, but I'm hoping we can kind of get the numbers pretty similar with softball. So 2 of the fields will be hopefully always full, baseball classes, softball classes, and then I'll have a 3rd field open kind of for rent, just for teams to come in there. But then the next thing is we'll have 12 cages. 4 of those cages will have a different type of Fungo Man in there. So it's a pitching machine. So it has 4 wheels, 2 on the top for baseball, 2 on the bottom for softball. So it can do baseball and softball. And you'll have like a kiosk on the outside of the batting cage where you just click baseball. Well, you scan a QR code if you're a member, or if you're not a member, you can buy a credit or whatever. Hit baseball, softball, fastball, curveball, whatever you want. And you just go in and hit, and it shoots to you. So that's, I think, going to be awesome. Is totally automated. People go and hit whenever they want off the machines. So that we'll have memberships for like the hitting. We'll have the class memberships like it is now for baseball and softball, and then we'll have cages open for rent. We'll have people coming in doing lessons in some of those cages, bullpens, and then that big field, which it's a little smaller. The 3rd field's a hair smaller than the other 2, but it's still, at least for teams probably 13 and under, it'll be it's like an 80 by 65 or 70. So it's not huge, but it works.
That's the problem I see is you have a lot of the elite travel teams playing in leagues and just destroying everybody just because they need a field to practice on.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
A shortage.
Well, and that's also been the issue at Acro. Teams are always kind of wanting to rent a field, but I have it booked all the times that they want it to, want to rent it out. So I think that'll be good. So
I wonder if I grew up, my batting cage experience was at putt-putt golfing games. Those were not accurate.
No.
They taught you how to get out of the way of a pitch coming right at you.
A lot of rise on that fastball. I think we'd just get up this high somehow.
Yes,
when it hits you.
Yes.
Yeah. I had a pitch machine in high school.
Yeah, how'd
I had
that
a cage
work
in
out?
my house, and I had a pitch machine.
Yeah.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's good.
An iron mic, or what was it?
It was old jugs, so, but man, it was good. We had the cage. My dad just there was basically what he did is we got some welded irons that were put in the ground, and we got like the shrimp net.
Yeah.
And just kind of hung the shrimp net in there.
Well, they make these pop-up nets and type things. I'm looking at, if we can just do something here we live. I mean, I went to Taylor's. I took Zeke to Taylor's program yesterday at 5:00. Well, I mean, we didn't get home till, 6:45, it's just a long hike. So I'm like, well, let's have us do our own thing. But all the stuff that is a quick option to put up a batting cage, I mean, the first storm is just going to blow that thing.
Yeah.
It's going to be in Red River, So I'm like, well, what are we going to do? So I'm like, and I don't do anything small. I'm kind of like Ryan Bates in this. I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to build our own building, just to have it, So I'm like, there's not a good option.
Training facility.
Then after thinking about it for an hour, weighing all my options, I'm like, we'll just do the 45-minute drive to Taylor's place,
So how many people are members right now? What's that like?
It fluctuates. Depending on the time of the year, like beginning of the year is crazy. Like get up to like 350 is about the top. But I would say the average is between 250, 270 a month.
And so it's a monthly subscription?
Correct.
Or how does it work?
Yeah, I've got an online portal that on our website. We basically just sign up, you fill out your kids' register or all their information, and then it'll populate what classes are open for their age group, and they sign up and they come once a week, 1 hour, so like 5:00 on Wednesdays, and you go for the month, and just until you're ready to cancel, you just keep going.
So how many times a week can you go?
Well, as much as you want. I've got a few kids that come every day. That are just all in on it. But yeah, I mean, is the subscription though is for once a week. So, but they we'll have a bunch of them sign up for multiple days.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, so did you grow up in this area?
I did. I'm from Shreveport. I went to Byrd and played at Tech, and came back here. So
you spent all 4 years at Tech?
I did. Yeah, I spent 4 years at Tech, and then I finished in 2016, and then went and played up there in St. Louis for a few years, and then came back.
Because that's interesting. We had Brad Neffendorf on, and he was talking about how now recruiting is like you don't even really recruit out of high school anymore.
It's crazy. I know.
It's changed fast. And I'm sure NIL had something to do with that and taking away the waiting period. You don't have to wait a year. That was all during the pandemic.
I think the transfer portal is just what's been, it's crazy. I'm glad. I like the NIL. I'm glad they're getting paid. I don't love the free transfer portal. That doesn't teach anybody anything. Yeah. Your commitment means nothing. It's irritating.
So you literally could play 5 years and play for 5 different schools.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. And I think it really kills the mid majors because you do a good job recruiting a kid out of high school and develop him, and then he has a good year and he's gone. He's going to go to a bigger school. So
and that's what he was saying is they're kind of, and he's like, we hold out spots until like a week before because they're trying to get into a D1 school. And then they're just waiting to the last minute. And it's very, very. Yeah,
it's definitely changed. So we didn't have any of that. Golly, we even thought about getting paid, and we got investigated by the NCAA for the tiniest things. I'm like, are you kidding me now? Like that
I love Tech. I went to Tech. My oldest son, where he's strongly looking at Tech, but I love that town.
I did too, and I always grew up an LSU fan, but
I was the one that I would wear my LSU hat at Tech, and they'd be like, "Oh, you gotta cheer!" And I'm like, "Listen, when I was in high school, I cheered for the JV team and the varsity team. Okay, that didn't help. That didn't help either."
They didn't like you. You got some of those Ruston folks that love their Bulldogs, but so I never thought I was going to go there, but then they offered me, and I loved it. It was far enough away from home, but close enough to get back whenever we need to. Yeah. So I loved Ruston.
What did you play?
Shortstop.
So
I had a handful of injuries, played a little bit of second base too. And then kind of played everywhere whenever I was in independent ball. So I think I started at every position except pitcher and catcher. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So.
That was a really good batting practice pitcher. The best. Like in practice would come and coach would just be like, "Come on."
Josh played at Mississippi College.
Yeah.
For a little bit.
Yeah. Nice. So, but again, my main contribution was just I did two things really well. And so number one was batting practice. Number two is flip. Did you guys play flip? You know what I'm talking about? No. So you kind of get everybody in the circle and you You turn the cap, 4 ways. I was the grand champion at flip.
You never lost?
Dude, strong flip.
Were you a
game.
pitcher?
No. Well, again, I would.
You bat in practice.
But I played up the middle too.
Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, good deal.
Right. Strong flip game.
Good stuff. So I'm curious. What was your degree? You get a degree at Tech?
I did finance, and then I got my MBA. I had a bunch of credits from high school, so I finished in 3 years, and then I was hoping I'd get drafted, so that's why I was trying to finish early, which was the plan. And then I didn't, so I just did my MBA, got my MBA.
Yeah. So we focus a lot on businesses, local businesses, and we find we talk about this a lot on the podcast, but just because you're passionate about something doesn't make you a good business owner, right?
Yeah.
Or good at a skill doesn't make you a good business owner. And so it sounds like you're kind of at this thing because like I take Zeke to your session now, and you're out there helping, right? But there's going to have to be, I would imagine there's a point where, you have to step out of that because it sounds like you're about to take on a huge role, an operation that's going to take a lot of management and business ownership.
Yeah, it is. And I love the coaching. So I'm hoping I can still, and I think what I've been thinking is still work with a lot of the younger guys because those are the most difficult classes and needs the most hands on deck. But we've got a bunch of guys that, 3 or 4 other coaches, they're awesome, played in college. They can absolutely, that are, I had to leave last night to go clean rafters at the building and they handled it just fine, so, but yeah, so that initially, I think I'm still going to have to be I just don't want to lose any of the baseball folks that like, so initially sure. I don't think a whole lot is going to change. But yeah, that obviously I can't keep up at that pace where managing the softball, doing the baseball, I mean, there's things I don't even know that are going to come up, that you're going to have to deal with. So, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, I was meeting at the CPA yesterday about all the new things I get to do. I'm like, oh Lord.
Yeah. So like right now, I mean, it's you and your employees are the other trainers,
correct?
Right? And so but there's just going to be an operational side. Does your wife help out at all?
She does. Yeah, okay. No, she'll help out. She's hopefully going to do all the books, and then she worked at D1 for a number of years, so she trains a lot. We do off campus baseball with First Baptist every day, and they so a few times a week she'll work them out, and then the other days a week we'll do baseball, fielding, hitting with them. But so she's got a number of clients that she works with at Acro. So she's going to do the same thing there. She'll do some of her clients, do some of the team trainings, but we will get somebody in there to kind of do, one-stop shop, workout, speed, agility stuff for all the kids, and some adult classes too that'll be in there. So I forgot to mention that earlier. So we're excited about
adult
that.
Classes.
Yeah, so like we do. We do CrossFit.
How about some ground balls? How do you think you'd fare on that?
I mean, yeah.
You never really played, I guess.
I played a little bit. Yeah, I played. Well, I played because I was at a small school and I was, I played basketball, and they were like, well, no, you have to play baseball.
Yeah,
let's get
this guy on third base. Let's get this guy on third base. Let's see how that looks. That would be fun. That'd be fun.
That would. My brother does that. He always wants to come up there and bring his buddies and come take ground balls. Yeah, it's awesome.
You think of that, you have like the axe throwing and you have the chasing aces. I would actually imagine that would be a thing if people wanted to get together.
Especially with the pitching machines and eventually we'll get like the hit tracks where you can see where you're hitting it and whatnot. Yeah. But like I've had a number of people who have like businesses. They're like, dang, let's bring our guys up there one Friday night. And I'm like, all right.
Team building.
Let's figure it out.
I mean, you look at like Shoot 360 and what they do is that, tracking your metrics and your accuracy and all that. So they're pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I think that'd be cool.
The hit tracks is cool. I've seen that at a facility once.
Yeah, sweet. It's not in the budget right at this minute.
What does that do, by the way?
It looks like it's basically like Topgolf almost, like the you can see where you're hitting it. You have a TV screen, a monitor, and it's got like whatever it has to read whenever you swing, and it tells you where you hit it on a big league field.
Tracking the ball,
the speed, your launch angle, all that stuff.
Yeah. So I would imagine, as fun as that sounds, that this would not pair well with alcohol.
Well, I mean, throwing axes down. Probably not.
Everybody stand behind the line.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. His insurance might go up a little.
A little.
You also have. I've seen your family up there, so you have little kids.
Yeah. So got a 3-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter.
So how are you balancing? I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's been a lot. Well, I just keep letting, he's still in like preschool or daycare kind of. Yeah. So I let him skip a lot. And because obviously I'm tied up in the evenings, 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock most days. So that's hard. But I try to let him skip school and we go work on like the excavator and the forklift, all the cool, machines they got up at the building. So that's really like I try to spend some time with them in the morning, and then Faith, my wife, will bring them up and kind of just watch some classes and whatnot. He's hilarious. He'll go stand right in front of the machine and say like, shoot it. And I'm like, dude, get out of the way. You're gonna get hit.
It's tough looking, because there are balls going everywhere. And if a kid's not paying attention, or a coach, I've seen coaches like literally save lives. Like, here comes the ball. And then like out of nowhere, a coach just goes and takes the ball,
Dude, my college hitting coach, he's now back at Tech, Coach Wells. he was there when I was there, and his son came like a week or so ago, and he was a stud. Actually, his son's name is Beckett. Also, that's my son's name. He was really, really good, but when you haven't come before, it's a little bit of you just aren't used to all the balls coming everywhere. Yeah. You kind of need to know where you're at. And we were doing slow rollers. He made an awesome slow roller, and he kind of peeled off to the right, and like a tag ball comes shooting right at him, and I'm like, get out, dude, get out of the way, because he just wasn't. If you're on a field, you can go kind of as far as you want off to the right, but you got to stay in your lane here.
Yeah.
So
it's good stuff. So where did that come from? Because if we're going out of town or we're traveling, we're going to be at a city for a week, I look and see if they have any kind of training programs to just keep, the kids busy. But I've never seen anything like that.
Well, I'm sure there's something like that, but I really just feel like it was kind of a perfect storm. I was selling Fungo Mans, and not a lot of I say a lot of people have them. A lot of the big colleges have them. Some of the better high school programs have them. But I don't think they're like, I don't know if everybody knows about them or not, So like that right there, the machines are a difference maker. Obviously, because they'll shoot every 3 seconds, and I can program where I want the ball to shoot, and I'm standing right there next to the kids coaching them as opposed to, at home plate. Mm-hmm. And then also with that being said, though, people that do have them, I hate to use the word finicky. They're a machine, so things break, and there are things that go wrong with it. And if the coach, a lot of the times, so when I was selling them, I'd find out that coaches would be just like, oh, it's wasting my practice time just fooling with the machine, because they didn't really know how to use it. They didn't know what parts would go wrong or whatever, and they just get frustrated and stop using it. So like just for me working there, I learned how to use the machine to its full force and learn how to fix it. So, I mean, I have tons of spare parts for all of them. I mean, it'll go down and I'll wheel it back, fix it in about 10 minutes and, hop back in. So I think that honestly is the reason there's not a lot of it. Just people just don't know about the machines, or if they've got them, they don't use them how they should. So like that's the main thing, is it because I started with one machine in 2017. I went and spoke to the Bird Booster Club, and I had like 9 kids my first month, and it got up to 100 within like 2 or 3 months, because before I left for spring training, because it was so many reps, and everyone was like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. So I don't really know. The owner of Fungo Man, Rami Kujin, helped me a lot. Just like, he's like, man, you need to do lessons, do some classes or something. We didn't really have like a blueprint. Yeah. And I've just figured out what routines work. I've added a second machine, then added a third machine, all going at once. So like I basically figured out the formula of like what age group with how many kids, what practice plans work. Like, so like it's kind of down to a science, and everything is down to like the minute of when we got to rotate, when we got to move. So it's pretty easy now.
You would think that would be for whoever's selling these now would be a selling point. Like they'd be bringing clients in, be like, hey, look at what this is capable of doing.
I would tell them what I was doing when I was selling it. I would literally say that, just try to sell machines, and they were like, oh yeah, that's awesome. And like,
because I would imagine the popularity of your program now. And what's crazy is I have friends that are really big into kids baseball here that have still never heard about it. And then I would imagine a big city. I mean, you take Dallas and how big that is. I mean, you would have a waiting list.
You would kill it. Yeah. And I mean, and that's the thing. I've never marketed. I was laughing when you asked about how people sign up. So I think I'm 8 or 9, year 8 or 9. So the first 7.5 years, I would text every single parent.
I think that's what I did. I just texted. I didn't know. This is my first time knowing I could do it online. So I'll do it online now.
Yeah. So it was. But I mean, I'd text everyone, ask if they were good for the month, ask them to send money. And I mean, it was, gosh, I would dread that week every month. I mean, it'd take a week to text everybody. Yeah. So that was, I can't remember where I was going with that, but.
Yeah, just the headache of when you were starting it, right? The operations. Yeah. And that's it, and you're an exciting point now with your next step and what you're doing. And I'm excited to see it. Yeah.
What are some of the feedback that comes from the parents as far as when the kids are in the program, what do you hear the most?
Well, they get a ton of reps and they stay focused. But the biggest thing, really, what I really tried to try to have a really good environment, just because youth sports are crazy. I mean, parents can be pretty overbearing and like hard on the kids whenever for missing balls or messing up physically, which like. It's baseball, it's sports, you're freaking going to mess up. So it drives me crazy when they're screaming at their kid because they missed a ball. They're getting 200 and they're 6.
Yeah, like they want perfection.
Yeah, and I mean, I get on. The only time I ever really get on to the kids if they're, goofing off or being disrespectful. But you can't get mad at them about missing a ball. They're going to be scared to fail. They're going to keep messing up and they're not going to be good. And they're not going to want to play.
Yeah,
so
makes fun out of it.
Yeah. So I try to keep a really good environment, positive, upbeat, playing all my Christian music, make them at least I feel like it's a good environment and I want them to enjoy doing it. And honestly, I think the kids are like, it's a fun place to go. They don't even know how much better they're getting by the amount of reps that they get. It's just something different and it's fast paced. So really the thing I think I hear the most is about, man, they get so many reps that it's upbeat and we just appreciate the environment,
Yeah. They're playing worship music and, my kids listen to it and they go to church and so they recognize the songs or Zeke does. And then y'all always end with like a small little like devotion and prayer. And cause it just kind of brings it back down, hey, there's more to this than baseball and whatnot. Talk about, and we'll always go over, what they did or what they did good, what they did bad, whatever, just kind of talking with them. But just, hey, there's more to life than baseball. So
you come in and he comes in and he's just yelling up a storm. Crazy. How do you handle?
I can turn the music up on my watch. No, I'm not. You think I'm kidding? That happens. Yeah. I'm like, you need us.
I think I've yelled at Zeke a few times, but it's mainly just because he won't pay attention. I'm like, hey, dude, you're like about to get hurt. Like, pay attention.
I've never heard it, but you've been great with it. But there are some that are. And that is the time that you do want to get on them. You're like, not crazy, but like, hey, dude, pay attention. We're trying to explain this to you. Like you got to discipline your children.
Yeah.
It's when they are trying and a ball goes between their legs.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fine.
Yeah. Watch the World Series. Yeah. The World Series, right?
It drives me nuts. I wish people they could understand the difference of that. Because it's sad.
Well, I would say, just on my side of things, I mean, so this summer when spring last year ended, and I was like, well, I'm going to put him in there for the summer. So we did 10 weeks. And I mean, it was incredible how much that's the most growth he's had in a skill level than he's had in anything else. Is just going to that class 10 weeks in a row.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. Unbelievable. And his last class, they start off by doing this little competition where they're throwing against the wall as many times as they can. And they're competing, and that was it. I mean, his last class, he actually won it,
Yeah.
And so, but yeah, it was huge.
But think in
huge
10 weeks times roughly, 150, 200. I'm not good at mental math, but it's
crazy reps. Well, you also think of his practices they're 5 and 6 years old, standing in outfield, 100-degree weather, waiting while everybody else gets the ball. Then the coach forgets, I didn't hit it there, so now they're waiting another cycle,
and they might get hit to him 4 times, right?
Or miss it, or even in a league game. I mean, especially in coach pitch, where these kids are learning how to hit. Zeke's on shortstop, he might get 1 ball a game hit to him.
And in practice like that, you can't work on your form because it's even if you get 5 balls, which is not very many, they're all a different ball. They're all, like, that's what's so awesome about the machine is it's the same ball every time when I want until I want to change it. So you're just repping it out, and you can get your footwork, and then we'll move to backhand, move forehand, whatever. So
it's like, hey, you did this. Next time you get a grounder, do this. Well, they might not get a grounder the rest of the game or the next game. They're not going to remember that, right? But this one, it's like literally they're getting another ball in 20 seconds.
No, less than that. Come on, 6.
Well, it depends on how many.
how many
people are in line. But like last night, the class, I mean, he was just paired up with another kid. So it was just him and one other kid were rotating. Yeah. It was pretty great.
And that's amazing. And I'm thinking about like growing up, and basically what I would do in a garage is I'd just get a tennis ball and I would just throw it against against the wall, just over and over and over again. Yeah. Now I'm just like, man, I was like in the Stone Ages, man.
Yeah. I loved it. Well, one year I've got, Wyatt Reesby, the guy, the kid, younger kid that helps me out. He's a seventh grade.
I commented one time, I texted you and said, hey, that kid really is good with kids.
He's awesome. So I think he may have just turned 14. He was literally one of my first kids. He was 6 when I first started, and it just freaking bought in, and just he's like, I mean, not everybody would want to do this, but I mean, he used to come up there with me in the mornings before school, and now he comes and works with us every day. He takes ground balls in every class. He's the coolest kid. He's so nice to the other kids. All the other, like the younger kids love him. But I was getting that one year, I counted how many, because the machines have like ball counters on them. I counted how many balls he took. And this was whenever he was just going 3 or 4 days a week in the mornings with me. And it was like 27,000 that he took when he was like 7. And he's unbelievable. I mean, he's a better fielder than I am for sure. I mean, he's so good.
Yeah.
But it's insane.
Well, you think about that too, is like, most kids that are getting practices because there are parents out there throwing it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can't really hardly even throw it straight. I mean, I have a 45-year-old shoulder over here, and I'm just like, every time I'm throwing, I'm just like, sorry, buddy, bad throw.
Go run.
Now he'll tell me, if I'm pitching to him, he's like, bad pitch. So, but yeah, so I mean, you think of it being automated, and it's pretty good mix of technology. And that's just crazy that this machine was invented here and can do what it does.
I know.
It's crazy. There is one on Facebook Marketplace, a used one for like $10,000.
$10,000.
They keep lowering it.
I'm going to go get it.
Maybe we could trade.
You know how to repair it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's amazing. Could be a reseller. Man, it's so impressive. So all these kids signing up, your business is growing, your brand is growing, you're helping these kids, get better, giving them a great place to go to burn energy off. What is your big vision for the business? Like, where would you like to see this thing go?
Oh gosh. Well, I want to see multiple classes running at once. I want to see people hitting in the cages. I haven't really thought about where my focus the last 2 months has literally been getting in there and what I want the building to look like. But I just think it's going to be such a good spot for people to go. I don't think there's going to be anything. I know there's not anything like it around here. Mm-hmm. I want it to be a great environment where people want to go, want to hang out. There's a sweet viewing gallery up there. I think it's going to be, I just wanted to kind of be the spot where everybody wants to go and everybody wants to work there. And I do think that's, I mean, at least that's my hope that that's what it's going to be. But if you're talking long term, you said like going to a place in Dallas or something. I mean, if this works, like I think it will, kind of combining the batting cage model that like D-Bat or someone does with my model with the classes.
Yeah.
I mean, it might not work. Yeah. I do believe that it will. And I'm like, I think you could go put
it's a franchisable model for sure.
Yes.
It is. And scalable.
Yeah, because D-Bat's done so well, but they can't do. They don't. Their model, small square footage, 1 million cages, and a small square foot, which does well, but that's all you can do. Mm-hmm. I'm kind of taking that similar, approach with the cages, but then I've figured out a way to make the fields work. Because if you just rent out the field, that doesn't move the needle. Because you could then make 10 cages in that one field. And charge, whatever, $40 or $50 to rent it. You're only going to be able to charge $150 or something to rent the big field. Mm-hmm. So it just doesn't make sense. But with the classes, it will. So I think, that's a little ways away, but I've always thought like, man, this could be every place should have, should be able to have something like this. It's just let me figure out all the kinks and what works, what doesn't. Mm-hmm. So
we are always talking about businesses. We're always looking at businesses. We're always thinking about business. And to be quite honest with you, like you kind of run out of places to go for things that aren't already sort of scaled out. This idea that you have seems to be the most ripe for scalable that I've heard of in a long time. Right. Yeah. So I'm just thinking about this going, why wouldn't this work in Dallas? Like you need 5 of these in Dallas.
Well,
you need 5 of these in Houston. You need 5 of these
here.
Yeah.
Go out to
Right.
I mean, we have so many.
Well, it's so funny. That's what I told Taylor. I was like, dude, why aren't you? Every time I'm here, I'm talking to the other parents. They're all from North Bossier. Even last night, I started talking to a lady. I was like, is this where y'all come? She's like, oh yeah, well we're North Bossier. We're BC Elite. We just come to this. I'm like, so, but yeah, yeah, you're right. I mean, it could sustain at least 2 in this market. But I go back to the Malcolm Gladwell, this that when he wrote the book about like Steve Jobs and the reason why, it's this like kind of opportunity, like he just happened to be in the era he was in and had the access to the new technology.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, your sales position really is what's giving you this unique opportunity to understand how much these machines can actually do and then build a business model around it.
For sure. And it's, I mean, if I didn't know how to work the machine and it broke, well then, and used to, and I'd only have one machine, it's like, no classes today. But now, I mean, I've got 5 or 6 of them that, so if one goes out in the middle of a class, I just wheel it back, wheel the other one out, and then fix the other one later. Yeah. But like, yeah, that's, I think that's the big reason.
But I love too, what's really cool about this to me is that, you brought a cultural element to it, right? So the environment piece, like what you want for the kids, like the atmosphere and all that. Look, I mean, there's baseball training, private training everywhere, right? Yeah. I mean, that's a dime a dozen probably. Yeah. But to put it all together where it's like, hey, we want to be the Chick-fil-A of baseball training, right? We want you to walk in and feel something.
Well, and the kids feel it. They probably don't articulate that or know that, but that's the main thing when I'm looking for people to come coach with me is like, are you going to love on the kids? And do they feel that? Like, obviously I can teach you the terminology if we speak it a little different as far as the coaching, but like they have to feel loved on and they want to be, they want, I need them to want to be there, the kids. Yeah. And if you do that, you get the right people in place, they're going to come. Like I had kids that don't even play baseball that like to come. They're like, well, my brother's coming and it's fun. I want to go, and never played baseball. So I think that's so important. I mean, kids need that. I mean, and to get off of TV and, go play something.
Well, and you also think of it too, is you guys are helping them on a skill level, but you're not looking through a coach's lens. Right.
Yes.
And so there's not a so it's a little bit different. They view your coaches there as helpers and team members, not an authority figure, so to speak.
Well, that's been my stance, like kind of from the beginning, is like I just want to help train. I honestly like be Switzerland on because you can work with anyone. You can work with kids that never picked up a glove at 5 or high school kids that are really good, and anywhere in between. But as soon as you kind of like adopt, you start having teams which, I mean, I always get asked that, but it's not good for the model. And because if only kids that are on that team is what end up happening come. And then, so the other kids feel like they can't come. And then always typically what happens, you can't keep all the parents happy on a team because they're not every kid's, playing shortstop or whatever. So then they leave and then they don't come back. So it's just, I will not have teams. I'll have teams available to rent space for them to rent and come and practice, but I won't affiliate. There won't be any 643 training teams.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I like it.
Impressive.
Yeah, man.
Impressive.
I want to get out there.
Yeah, I think this would be great for the podcast. Going live with the training session, just having you work us out and see how that goes. That would be fun.
I still have a fear. It is funny because I see it in Zeke now, but like, man, back then, I was a big kid. So like, I just got hit by so many balls when I was batting. I was so afraid of the ball. And another thing is I missed coach pitch. I didn't start playing until live arm. Yeah. And I'm just thrown in there, Yeah. I would do great in practice when the coach was pitching to me, but whenever it was another kid, I mean, they just loved hitting me. If I can,
are the machines? Can you keep them from hitting him?
Well, so the pitching machines, I hope, are going to be calibrated to throw it right over.
There you go. Okay.
We can move the fielding ones. So.
Yeah. There you go.
That's hilarious.
That would be fun.
Yeah,
that would be fun. All right, man. So we're going to get into some questions.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So we like to ask all of our guests 3 questions. The first is, what is the best local meal you've had lately?
Best local meal. I'm really spoiled, and my wife cooks like 3 meals a day. I know. When have I eaten out? We went to Two Johns for my CPA making partner. She's actually one of our best friends. It was really good.
Cool.
So I hadn't been there. I don't think I've been there since like prom in high school.
Yeah.
So it was good. Yeah.
Very good. Very nice. Okay.
I did want to say too, before I forget, I did hear you're pretty intense at CrossFit.
Yes. Me and my wife is crazy. In the CrossFit, she's good. But yeah, we like doing that. We'll do some CrossFit competitions and whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a
when you're young, you can do that.
Young man's game.
That's a young man's game.
CrossFit.
Yes, I remember trying CrossFit and like literally getting hurt every time I went. So I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I just see people do it, and I'm like, you're begging to get hurt, just begging.
Well,
like,
and it's
please
like
hurt me.
it was like being a tall person. The only thing I had advantage of everybody else was just rowing. Everything else, the tall person is
It's terrible. All the good ones are like this tall.
Yes, it's
so
always
unfair.
a disadvantage for everything
It
else.
is. I see y'all's
But rowing.
sign over there. You'll do
What's
some.
that? That's Clint. Yeah, are you into jiu-jitsu?
Well, before I got married and had kids, I'd go right over there. I think they had just moved SMAA.
Okay. I don't know where he goes,
it.
but Clint just made brown belt or something. He swears by it. He's like, that's my therapy. Like he's just like you're just so intense. That's like all you can focus on. Your mind's clear and
I loved it. I hadn't done it probably in a year or so. I used to go like twice a day.
Yeah. I mean, my kid's beating me up, so like I can't, and it's hard for me even to get down there level and fight with them.
You're more of a lover than a fighter.
Yeah. Truly.
Yeah. Okay. If you had a magic wand and you could change anything about Shreveport Bossier, what would it be?
Change anything about Shreveport Bossier. I'm a real Shreveport homer, and I love Shreveport. I don't know. I don't ever think about. I'm sure there's things we could change.
We should have prepped him.
Yeah,
we were told we should prep.
I don't talk bad about Shreveport. It's my home.
Yeah.
I don't know. Go to the next one.
Think of that one. Let's go to the next question.
Well, we lay the groundwork for that question because, ultimately part of this podcast and what we're here to do.
How to make it.
Well, it's to talk to the people who are really making a difference. People like yourself that's building something.
Because, you think of, you had an option after college. You could have gone to Dallas. You could have gone somewhere else, right? And you've decided to come here and plant your roots here. The community is better for it. But we also have this philosophy we say all the time is like, hey, nobody's coming here to rescue our area. Yeah. Like it is up to us to change, to improve. Look, I'm not, and there's nothing negative, but can areas be improved? Absolutely. What can we do to improve those to make this a better place for our kids and the next generation?
Yep.
And so that's it. We've heard anything from fix the roads to
clean up the litter on the trash
to,
all
kinds of things.
Yeah.
So, but yes, one would just be nicer with Bossier. Shreveport and Bossier could be nice. They could be nicer to each other, not be so divided.
It's hilarious.
So it's a good stuff. All right. So the last question is,
what are you excited about? Professionally or personally, doesn't matter. What are just you excited about?
Well, obviously we're excited about the new building. Yeah. But I'm so personally, I'm just, my grandparents were asking me about this the other day. Like, what are you excited about other than the building? And I was like, well, honestly, I'm excited that my whole family will get to work together at the same place. And we cause right now we can't, it's just, it's there.
You don't have a home.
No, we don't. I have a little corner.
Yes.
And I was like, man, I want my kids to grow up there. I want them to get coached by all the kids that I just am excited to get, it just feels like we're going to get to be together. I mean, it's work, but it feels like it's not, it's fun. And, I just think that's, I'm just really trying to just enjoy that process. And it's fun. I mean, other than being a lot over budget, it's a good, that's not, but.
There's a really good book that we read called Habits of the Household. I don't know if you've read that yet, but one of the chapters is about work and how you don't want to have work and family have friction, right? Your home life. And so, especially for you, how it's so intense and your hours are being devoted to work during prime family time, right? And so that would be a good book for you to read.
So that's the hardest thing. And that's truthfully the biggest thing of what I could have done what I was doing at Acro, been comfortable forever. But like that was the biggest driver. One, I really believed in the vision of it we could really grow it. But I had no way out of my kid in a few years. Beckett's gonna, in a year or two is gonna start playing stuff. I'm gonna want to start going. Yeah. I'm tied up from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock every night. I still want to coach and I still want to do. I'm still gonna be in there, and obviously it's gonna be a lot of time at the beginning, but like. This was the only way I could see to make it work and, so I think there'll be a revolving door, hopefully not a crazy amount of revolving door, but of coaches, but because that's just the phase you go through that's the hardest part about my job. I want to be at home with my kids and my family when they're there. And
But I can imagine you putting a little desk in one of the corner of the offices and being like, that's Beckett's desk, right? Yes. Give him one chore to do every day when he comes up there and does something for the business, right?
This weekend we've been spending all day up there, and Beckett, there's all the heavy equipment up there that he loves, so I'll ride him around on that. But there's this floor cleaner that I was cleaning, that they were cleaning all the floor up with. And we brought his little Jeep or Bronco, as he calls it, up there. And so he was playing bumpy cars with me in the floor cleaner all night. It was awesome whenever we were cleaning the floor. So he loves it. But that's honestly what I'm so excited about is get to be there and do it together.
That's awesome. I'm excited to see it, man. When's the opening?
So we were shooting for January 1st. We had a little delay with the fire marshal on a couple of different things, but I think we're good to go on that. They were thinking probably the 10 to 14 days into January. So I'm hoping middle of January.
That's awesome.
We'll have a grand opening though, and we'll blast it out.
That's cool. We'll share it whenever you do. Yeah. Let me ask you this one more thing I was thinking through. Do you have anything planned for summer?
We will. We're going to do a lot of camps.
Because that's a big thing is like I was researching in a bunch of different colleges and stuff. I have different camps, but man, that was I'd send him to some stuff this summer and it was great because he kept him occupied all day. For sure. And he was working on baseball skills. It was awesome.
Yeah. And I haven't been able to do that because, I was just renting space, but honestly, me and my wife were talking about trying to do like a Christmas camp.
Yeah.
Because the two sides will be done. It's just the middle, the viewing gallery, the bathrooms, the front desk won't be done. I don't know what can do that. Might be a stretch, but we'll do all that. And I just have not liked doing social media and all that. Cole, a guy that worked with me, did it for me. And, I'm going to start doing social media. I talked to a guy yesterday and I need to, so we'll start. I know it's good. So we'll blast everything out. We were hoping to start doing, I've got a few things on our Instagram and Facebook, but I need to get, every time we put something up there, it works. So, we'll hopefully have that page up and like kind of.
What's the official name?
643 Training.
643 Training. I like it.
Excellent, man. I'm so excited to see,
it's really cool. Yeah, you got to go check it out.
What a great idea. We're gonna get out there in the field.
In fact, we probably go when you're on your way back up north to Stonewall, Grand Cane. South. That's south, isn't it?
What do you mean?
So when you're driving back from work. So next time we're at session, I'll tell you to come check it out.
Come on.
You come hang out with us.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
All right.
You pass right by it.
Taylor Love. Excellent stuff, man.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate
All right. See ya. Thanks.